I don't know what's going on. Ow. Ow. Ooh. Yikes. I probably should have stopped and waited for this. Rotate it. Oh, I'm going to turn this back. Okay. All right, we're going to have to do it this way. My other ones never let me do it that way. Rita, you are in so much trouble. I don't know where my live feed is. Chat filter. Don't listen to my monitor, by the way, today. She's a little delirious. Oh, look, there's your name. Hey, baby. I mean, I can barely see you because it has me on horizontal, whatever. It's like this. Winona! Hey, chickadee, what are you doing? My God. What are you guys doing up so late? Is it echoey? Are you sure I'm just not loud? Yeah, this phone, I forgot, you know what? I did it on the phone. It was like no one could hear me on it. Can you hear me okay? Oh, so good to see you. Rita. All right, you can hear me okay? Which one? Well, no, I haven't made any. I mean, I've made quite a few. I have not posted them because I had a little incident, a fishing accident, we'll call it. Yeah, my camera was on a tree and fell into the creek. And of course, I mean, your instinct is to jump in after the $250 camera, right? And then I couldn't get out. I'm like, oh my God, this could only happen to me. I'm sitting here with the cameras on the land and I'm in quicksand. I'm like, and there's nobody there. I'm like, oh, I can see the headlines already. This is great. See, I have it on horizontal. I'm sorry, I can't stop that. Vault. Where I get my glasses? Vault Boy 20, whatever. What is this? You're so confused. You have no idea the site you just entered. If you want to be confused, you came to the right place. Right, Winona? It's been 10 years and we're still confused. You came to Deb's local PA, alien and dimensional research, and spiritual and all sorts of stuff. You came to the Creation Channel. How's that? Yeah, and we're just hanging out. See, us girls now, Winona, I think you were one of them. It was me, you, Rita, Samantha, I believe, and two other ones that we used to chat. Remember every night at like 2:00 in the morning? God, do you know that was a decade ago? Do you realize it's been a decade? God. Let me get my notes. And Winona, were you one of the ones who were that I was fighting against were, telling you that you were wrong. Were you the one who told me to read the Book of Enoch? Were you one of them? And we got in a little chat, a fight. Slept? The hell are you talking about? Who's got time to sleep? The world's come to an end. Stop playing. Okay, I'm kidding. Sort of, kind of. Not really, but it depends on what you're doing. Did I see Damien's name up here? AEIOU. Looking for what? OF what? Don't mind my moderator who's half asleep, okay? For OF models. What does OF mean? I can't think right now. Old people? What? What does an OF mean? It wasn't you? Okay. I didn't think it was. You know who I'm thinking of? It might have been Lindsay. I forget who it was. But remember how I was like, there will be no Bible banging on my channel. I was like so anal about that. I'm here to find out what's in my yard, not what's, what your religion is. I was so stubborn and stupid. Oh my God. It's the same thing. It led us all to the same place. I don't know about you. Who's that? Hello. Well, I need to be here. I'm trying to read the letters. Is that Giselle? My God, I'm so blind. This is terrible. I'm so old. JRIZO. And it says DSL. Is that for the model question? Because I don't know what the hell DSL means either. Just that person. Show your face. Okay. But I can't. My phone. I don't often do this on my phone, but I just kind of got a little flighty tonight. And all of us apparently are not having a good sleep week because of all the extra energy on the planet. We don't know what to do about it. Unless you're getting laid a lot. You don't know what to do about it. Sawyer says, what's the sign? Or is that Sigma? Oh, Stigma. What do you mean, what's the stigma of what? Oh, you know what that means. I'm just saying right now we're getting extra, the planet is going through its thing and we're getting a bunch of solar flares, which is bringing ultimate energy to this planet. And if you don't know what's going on, the energy, you're just going to think you're losing your mind, but you're not. But you got to learn how to handle it. Thanks, Rita. Thanks a lot. Say, I wish I could see. Let me see if can I blow you up? No. Trash Kitty, could you get off my channel, please? I got enough trash where I live. Thank you. Okay, this is not a dating site. All right. Listen, Rita, I know you're tired, but when Aaron and I are getting this is retarded. Anyway, what I wanted to do, I just want to talk to you. I feel terrible because I haven't been able to get to this part of my businesses, and um, I can't afford to buy a new camera. I have my old camera, but of course, then the tripod went naturally. You know, me and tripods, we love each other, right? And I went on and got two more and tried to film it. They were tiny ones, but I did get one for drive-bys, so I'm looking forward to that. But I'm going to the mountains tomorrow. Going to the mountains tomorrow because I'm getting my knee done September 10th. So I'll be staying there for like a week. That'll be fun. Trump. Well, hey, we don't need anything, but we need is no politics, but that'll happen in the same time. But we do need, if you want to put a little chaos and shake things up, and we need that too. That's Trump's the man. Trump's your man. I mean, I'm not into government conspiracy. I'm not into politics. I let my friends do all that shit because it puts me in a negative, frame of mind, and I can't have that right now in my awakening. You lost me for a minute. Look, we got a whore on here. What do they charge these days? Sorry, I'm tired. KB's. Be steadily welcome. Tell us top 3 reasons to vote. No, I'll give you top 3 reasons not to vote at all. Don't vote, period. There's no reason to. What's the fucking point? Don't do it. Unless you're, if it makes you happy and you're an advocate and you're really into that, that's, I don't want to burst your bubble. But if you don't have to, do not go to them voting polls. Do not go. Do not go. It's going to be the end of us. Don't go. L- 9 minutes. Trump is better. Isn't Biden dead? Ghosts or costly is buried. That's not going to help you. You want to raise your abundance. You do it yourself. I mean, that's what this is all about. It's about, first of all, us not going into Armageddon and losing everything we know. And if you're not willing to look into what you're supposed to do, you'll be left behind in this matrix that we can't get out of. And that's the bottom line. We're stuck in this matrix until we learn to become the matrix and get out of the 3D and move over to the 5D. Which it's not a matter of moving over. It's actually it is this planet. But I mean, hell, we have people right now who are literally in a 5D, reality, talking to a 3-dimensional, but they know it. Like, how weird would that be? I would love to be one of them. That would be ascended masters, but 4 years of Trump. Trump. I don't want to hear his name. Oh, that's fine. Do whatever you want. We have free will. That's, I'm kind of thinking that they're wishing maybe that they made a little bit of mistake by giving us free will, but and when asked, just when you ask the source, meaning the creator of all things, God, call him whatever you want, whatever makes you feel better. Somebody asked him, why did you do all this, create this universe? And I mean, why go through all this? And you know what his answer was? Because they were bored. They were bored. Perfect. Okay, well, that works. You know? But politics and religion, if those words were never, ever, ever invented, we wouldn't have any of this problems. What's going on? Meaning that, the children, sex slaves, all that stuff. The hard, the elites, the Illuminati, the reptilians. The reptilians, by the way, just so you know, I have my notes here from whatever my last podcast was. The good news is the dark of the planet, meaning the reptilians and what have you, are leaving the planet. Now, I don't know if that makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside or like, what the fuck? If they're leaving, I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they screwed up. And I'm pretty sure that we're already winning. They've already stepped down. The ones that really don't want to get caught stepped down years ago because they knew. You can't stop as many as us that there were, and then people like me who I believe that I'm one of them. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's unfortunate or what. Meaning, I think I'm a light worker where I volunteered, not knowing it would be 1,000 years, to do this work of service, because let's face it, I'm not material, and and this time, and because of what's going on, we're not going to have to go through incarnation to clear our karma. It'll all be cleared. We start from a clean slate. That would be nice, considering I don't remember the last. I don't remember you. That's what we're supposed to know before we die, but no one even comes close. One out of every, million people? But apparently there were thousands of them throughout the history of Homo sapiens. Only like 1,000 ascended masters, Buddha obviously being one of them. Christ, Mary Magdalene, Isis, and stuff like that. And I could have sworn that I heard from the Bible that Mary Magdalene was a whore of some sort. Yeah, don't be reading the Bible either. Not that it's all not real, but when it's translated that many times and it's translated by Catholics, do not, especially Catholics. Hello, how are you? Reset, yeah. The Great Reset. And the way I see it, I've stumbled onto a couple of people because that's all I do at night is study. But I've stumbled onto a couple of people who were channeling different people that, stuff that I didn't know anything about. And they're the one girl is channeling, and you know how careful you have to be with channelers. They're like psychics, okay? I take what I need and throw away the rest, okay? And Winona would know more than anyone that I don't believe anything. Half of what I believe nothing I hear and half of what I see. Trust me on that. Woo! Shit's been getting good on the video front, though. I'll tell you. Too bad I can't put it out there for some reason. The veil is so thin right now. I know, sweetheart. I know. So Keanu Reeves said it best, It's all about unconditional love. And you better get your love on, or we're not going to make it. And he said it best that way. And also, the beginning of my book, which I like to do, is one of my favorite sayings. That's my notes. Yeah, so started my second book again, but I have a different idea this time. I'm thinking about doing, and I'm just doing this because it took me 2 years. I mean, my God, I was in bed for 2.5 years. Remember when I was sick, doing nothing but studying. Because how long did I have to study the people that I was going to study? You know how I am. Again, I believe nothing I hear and half of what I see. And it's like, caught you in a lie. You're out. You know what I mean? In my book. Anyway, I should know it by heart by now. The first person to forgive is the bravest. First person to I never get it right. First one to apologize is the bravest. The second one to I gotta get my book. God damn it! Sorry. Hold on. Give me a minute. I'm like half asleep. I swear. Try this again. Okay. No, I'm sorry. I said I didn't even say it right. Okay. Yeah. It's the first one to apologize is the bravest. The first one to forgive is the strongest. And first one to forget is the happiest. Alan Watts, he's my philosopher. Hence Denzel Washington. I like that one. That's the best. That's the greatest one because that's me. I don't know how to hold a grudge. My girlfriend's got this grudge against me, and I don't even know what the hell it is. It's like, are you serious? What are you talking about? I'm talking about 47 years here, okay? I can't remember what I did last week, much less, without something else starting or whatever. Be in the present. Be present. So, I'm doing this and sharing it with you because I know that my subscribers, they trust me, number one. I'm just trying to make it into layman's terms, okay? Because I don't understand the way they talk. I had to, and I did figure it out, but it was, it took me a long time, and I'm not saying I'm getting paid for it, and I've neglected my channel and everything else just to do this. So anyway, I was thinking about doing something different with, I've always been wanting to write an autobiography, but nothing about this. Okay, believe me, this was just about 38 years of bad men. Okay, this is prior to Sasquatch entering my life. So this book is going to be called From Sasquatch to Ascension. But I was thinking about writing it online, like daily. I mean, how do you keep track of what's going on this day? And then, and also, why do I want to write a book? And is that for me or is that for the collective? Am I doing it for myself or am I doing it for everyone? Because that is everything. That's what this is all about. and unconditional love, and that's it. And is all you guys need to know is one thing: don't go to church, please. Number one, sorry, especially if you're Catholic. Number two is all you need to know is that you are the technology, and that's it. Not robots. We are the soft technology of Wi-Fi, of everything. Everything. We are everything. Biology. Our biology can do more than any, not yet, but we'll be able to. Apparently, we can and will get insanely powerful because there's nothing we can't do. And they're getting real nervous up there to the point that they're sending hundreds of thousands of extraterrestrials, even as we speak, to this planet to watch the big show. So make sure, you know what? Don't think in fear. Heart. If you know how to meditate a lot. And then you'll get abundance, you'll get all sorts of stuff that you didn't even want. It just happens, and the synchronicity is crazy. Rita, I gotta call you tomorrow. Call me when you wake up. No, you need to be grounded. You need to be grounded right now, not out of body. No. I did out of, okay. Yeah, you need to be grounded. I mean, you can't get 8 billion people to go vegan anyway. There's not enough space, okay? And there's not enough soil. We'll be nicer to the animals, though. And there used to be an ice age, so we couldn't eat vegetables. And some people just don't feel good if they go vegan, you know? Get some sleep. And tell Raymond, again, it wasn't my fault. Raymond, low vibe. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And here's a very good also that I can't believe I even remember, because when I started doing this, I had well, first I got the flu for 2 weeks. It was just horrid because I wouldn't get the flu shot because of COVID. Then I got COVID the day after. That's another 14 days. Then I got a tooth infection. Now I'm septic. I'm like dead, you know. And I put my headphones on, and this is how I learned half the shit, because I was wondering if you could learn while you were sleeping or retain anything. And one day, like maybe less than a week later, I had this like massive download. I mean, I didn't even know what philosophy was. I don't think I even knew in school what philosophy was. And philosophy is what brings it all together. You know what I mean? And to hear. But science is number one. Okay, my quantum scientist. Yeah, that's always number one. But the funny thing is, like, God, not within a week after they finally have to disclose their studies, they had no choice but to go metaphysical and quantum, the scientists. And they were proving everything that we're saying is real. The craziness of it all can be proven with an equation. And or, you know, a lot of testing has been done from countries that, you know, like prayer is real, collective is real. If we all said at the same time, I want peace, it would have no choice but that peace. There would be no choice at all. So prayer does work. I'm having a huge problem, which is why I was going to talk to you about this book. Why grounded? You know what? I'm not sure. Oh, um, you want to say grounded because we're not we're not moving. You know, like all this talk about the 5D moving to 5D and this and that. People are thinking that means ascension. We're not ascending. You and I. We have our extended masters. The planet is ascending. That's what sent the vibes into outer space to all our cosmic family and they all got it, and they're on their way. Trust me. And it's not necessarily a good thing. I don't know. They're not all known for being, how do I say, law worthy of, say, the galactic, our star system. Um, what I think and what my geologists, my quantum physicists, and whatever think that they're going to try because they're like 2,000 years too early. When they get here, they're going to be like, "What the hell?" It's like, yeah, a couple of us have ascended like thousands. Where the hell have you been? You know, we're not ascended yet. We're not even awake yet. There's like, let me see. There's 8 billion people on the planet. I would guesstimate that maybe 3 million are awake, just awake, or some learning to not function like a robot and use their subconscious and learn how to practice. That's not a lot of the odds are not good there, which is why we were all sent here, like my generation. Like I would be the one to lead you over the bridge. But what they're doing is, for the first time ever, they're, instead of just reincarnating into a child or whatever, they're keeping us who we are, ascending to another dimension in our body. Okay, so to speak. Obviously never been done. But there's a bridge. It's not that there's 2 planets, there's 2 matrices. Okay, that's the difference. That's the problem, big problem. But I believe I was probably born when a light worker. I could be wrong. I could be human. I don't know. I doubt it. With my life, what are you kidding me? And the thing is that I had no guidance. I had no parents. So all my morals, even though there's no such thing anymore, are me. And I am the most loving person that I know. I don't know who you are, but I would take a bullet for you any day of the week. But I was thinking about doing, like, how do you do an autobiography if something happens new every day? You know what I mean? Yes. We want to learn to meditate to the point, and you can speak to anyone. There's thousands. We each have thousands of angels, every one of us, compared to just one of us. And we are born with a guardian angel. You can talk to the archangel. You can talk directly to source. You can talk to you can talk to Mary Magdalene. You can talk to Christ. Whatever, whoever. I don't know how to meditate. Anyway, I was giving you an affirmation that would be good for you. How am I supposed to do an affirmation when I can't even meditate? I mean, I know my mind is busy. Maybe this person, got the God that I thought I was always talking to, obviously was always my higher self. Who is God? You are God. I'm God. We're all God. What was I getting for you? Man. Yeah, whoever said, it's probably Reed, and I told her to stay grounded. No, now's not the time to be no. You want to stay grounded because a lot of things that are going to be changing. We need everyone to be strong. These are the ends of all times, possibly. They don't. They put a lot of work into this. They certainly don't want that. Um, they love with everything they have, unconditionally, every one of us, for exactly who we are. They don't want us to change. They just want us to look inside and love ourselves, because I can't love anyone else until I love myself. And then expand. And when you do go, eventually you'll go into your light body, which is when your veins turn into crystalline, you know. Hug a tree. I've had sex with a damn tree. You were a tree once. I was a tree once. I always look at the trees. Always. And if people would stop, rather than stopping at a stoplight and look at a tree for more than 2 seconds, they would see that. Now this is what I see. Okay, now I had 10 years of really fucked up shit before this. Okay, so I don't know how I would ever explain everything that's happened to me. Except my subscribers know, but I should have a lot more subscribers, but I haven't had time to. I wasn't here to go on YouTube. I didn't mean to go on YouTube. I meant, or I'm not trying to promote myself in any way. I had children back then, and I didn't, want to embarrass them, but I had an experience. I was abducted when I was 15. That's not the experience I'm talking about. And good, and I have a witness who was my best friend, so that's kind of good to know. And every time she's with me, weird shit happens. It's crazy. So I finally found her after 30 years. Because you start wondering, that really happened, or was I dreaming? But I don't remember any of it except that I lost 6 hours. You know what? I don't know what my blood type is. I swear, I've got to find out. Yeah, I received that huge download after I was sick. When I was studying with the earphones, it was very, very strange. I got this huge download of, it's like, oh my God, that's what a pronoun is, from 5th grade, like crazy stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be cool as shit, isn't it? Yeah. Being by voter is also great for your soul. Yes, and like I said, absolutely. If that makes you happy, and that's the whole thing, is you can't have a good experience in 5D if you didn't enjoy the third and the fourth. Okay, that's what people don't understand. Oh, I'm going to kill myself because life sucks. Oh well, now it sucks because you're coming out to that end again, start all over again, right? I'm days old. That's why I'm afraid that I'm a light worker, because I remember talking to myself when I was 2 days old. I guess the day I was brought home from the hospital, like it was yesterday. I'm looking right out at my street right now, even as we speak, laying on a changing table. And then I see these two heads pop up. And I knew right then, man, this is a bad idea. I said to myself. So maybe this is my first carnation as a light worker. I don't know. But being by oh. Yeah, I got my fishing pole in the car. I always had to be by water. And I got my filters. Oh, guys, make sure you get just make sure you have access to fresh water just in case we have 3 days of darkness. You know, we don't know. But just in case, make yourself feel better. Now, who was I giving that affirmation to? And there was a reason for it. It was specifically for one of you guys. I don't know how to pull these back up. Beginning, yes. And hey, don't get it fucked up. It's going to be hard for about the first 10 years. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be beautiful, you know? And this is the stuff. What is this? I mean, like when I was sick, I mean, this is the stuff I had to study, okay? I didn't even study this stuff in school, okay? I mean, I've been busy, man. And I'm reading and I'm like, what does that mean? Wait. What's the affirmation? Okay, one affirmation that I've been doing for almost 2 years now, simply because it resounded with me. But every day, even though I can't meditate, every day I do what I can. I say, I choose, but this isn't the way it's supposed to be written, right? I choose to disengage my reptilian and any malevolent DNA so I may have full and control and sovereignty over my own reality. Okay? That way, that keeps you from getting attacked by dark, you know, when you're sleeping or whatever. There's a lot of psychic attacks. So I've been, you know, praying for any reptilian or bad DNA that I may have in my person or that they may have over me to keep me safe from psychic attacks. Bad ones, you know. And if this is not done by the time they get there, and it won't, and more than 51% of us don't agree to stay united, we're fucked. Number one, I met my best friend of 40 years who told me he didn't even believe in the aliens. I'm like, are you stupid? What the hell are you talking about? You don't believe in aliens. Really? We never did figure out what I have filmed for 10 years with God. I mean, every day. You too, Raymond. Rita, thanks for you, but that's right, Raymond. And keep spreading the word, okay, honey? Share. And I come across as like off the charts, but I'm really not. I'm just tired. Oh, Rita. Or Renee, if you're still here. Or anybody new. I found the pictures that have never been developed. The only time I've seen them in person. And there's just one that sticks out like a sore thumb that I wanted to show you. This is how big whatever that looks like a Sasquatch. I don't believe in Bigfoot, but it would be cool if it was real, but unfortunately we know it's not. But he was here, and I'm sure they can come and go as they please. It is Bigfoot after them. Sasquatch. And I didn't know what else to think. What was running around my yard? What the fuck? Okay. Now it's dark, but by it being dark, it gives you the idea of how big he was. Now this is just at night looking out my bedroom window where I used to live. Okay. Now I don't know if you'll be able to see how big this thing is. Okay, but here's the grass line. Okay. Here's the grass line all the way up here. Okay. Can you see that? Can you guys see how big this son of a bitch was? He's got to be at least 7, 8 foot tall. Like I said, the grass line is up to his belly button. Or her. Probably. And there's those damn pumpkins, Rita, from Marie's podcast with me that were coming out the back. And I thought you guys were watching my back. I wonder what that is. Because these things are so dark. But I was so afraid of, because these things you can't see without a camera, because they're not here, they're in another realm. And I've managed to catch over 450,000 videos and or pictures or whatever, call it you want. These all, however, have never seen a computer. Too scary. Except this one. I had these developed. This was when I woke up and there was like 100. I swear to God, there must have been 40 or 50 of them in my yard. I'm like, what the hell? Take this guy. The tree, obviously the tree. The face. They're mostly going to be profiles. This one is not a profile. But it is families. I'm thinking about selling them. But I don't. And when I, when I saw the alien raping a Bigfoot appearing looking multi-dimensional being. There's two I'm really looking for that I can't find. It was up here, like it was up in these woods. Up here. I opened my eyes. I opened my eyes and looked ahead of me because I stepped in what smelled, like a urine smacking me in the face. So I grabbed my girlfriend's mouth and I just, shut up. Don't scream. Whatever you do, don't scream. And what is that? And these guys were obviously being captured for whatever reason. And we all know what they look like with the, they call it the, I'm looking right now. The cartoon. That one. The, whatever, I'm getting too tired, so I don't think I'm going to break this. Raymond. Hey, Raymond, join in next time. Make sure you subscribe. And I'll try to make this as easy as possible for you, and hopefully you'll make it as easy as possible for me. Yeah. See, that's another possibility I haven't thought of, and we talked about that. I also remember back in the day being told I was the chosen one, and something about time walker, the time travelers. I mean, who's to say that Hitler didn't succeed? Why was his ship discovered in Pennsylvania? I mean, you have to wonder these things, right? Oh, thank you. Wow, I got another subscriber. I might be rich one day. Antarctica. Oh yeah. Now I think that might be the entranceway to the inner Earth. It has to be. But I think there's another one between the Kentucky and the Ohio rivers. Simply because I saw something online that I couldn't watch the whole thing. I had nightmares, terrified. Age, agreed, yeah. So that would make there's 3 portals on this planet: Antarctica, Australia, and somewhere on Earth. I mean, real portals. I record portals every day for how many years? Asked Rita. Um, the interdimensionals come in one way, and um, galactics. I don't have to explain that. They come in UFOs, right? And I have seen a Bigfoot walk out of a UFO in full gear. I mean, I wouldn't mess with them because they're not the same species. There's like 100 species of hairy bipedal looking humanoid beings. And that's it. That's why some have different attitudes than the other. We don't know who's who or what's what. I use the word Sasquatch in sheer respect for the Native American Indians, and that's honest God's truth. Hybrids. Well, we're hybrids. Oh, I see the word. God, I'm so blind. I'll make sure I'm on the computer next time. Oh, something cave hybrids. That looks really cool. Hopis? I've watched the Hopis being brought up in gold chariots. The horses with brilliant gold, coming up like a train from across the street of my house. Obviously not in my dimension because there was pterodactyls flying around and that wasn't cool, I mean, I went through a time at that mountain where I couldn't leave the house until I I looked outside first to see where I was, because the one side of the street there was a big river instead of in the middle of winter. And the government follows me constantly. And the one UFO that got, I guess, that managed to get out of the fire across the street from my house, which just happens to be a seed factory, which happens to have access to DNA. You know what I'm saying? What they did to these things was an atrocity, an absolute atrocity. And but yeah, they haven't lately because I haven't been doing much. But now that I started filming again, they are up my ass. I mean, I actually saw Rita, me lady, if you're still awake, for the first time. And then there is I know. Don't we have the Burns? Wow. Are they the ones that you have to walk like 17 miles? And when you get in there, they actually have their own sun. Yeah, they do. Between the Kentucky and Ohio rivers. In the 1800s, like 1860s, was it King George or whoever the hell it was in England, sent an expedition to look for the entrance to the underground, whatever in the earth, in over here. And there was, I think there was 8 of them or 7, whatever. But the there was one big huge door here and like one over here, and whatever. When they were found in the 1900s, they were found a bunch of skeletons, right? Closer to the front. But there was one skeleton that had something in his hand, which was a picture book already developed, and kind of like the story of the wild men of Indonesia, which they're real though. The only reason that guy got off is because they found a filling, you know. Oh yeah, I think initially that was supposed to be us, and guess what? They succeeded, and they don't even know it. No, they know it. We don't know it because we were lied to for 6,000 years. Because if we knew that, if we had that technology, there would never be the Illuminati. There'd never be anything as power, and we'd all have this nothing but unconditional love, the way it was meant to be. And we all need to get into the fight and fight these sons of bitches. And it doesn't take much. It's not, and it's not about fighting, but you gotta wake these people up. Wake up. Wake the fuck up. Just I don't care who they are. At first, we weren't supposed to say anything unless we were asked, and that was it. And then all of a sudden, it was like game's on, and the Palladian talks to the Palladians, and they're like, first of all, I don't know why they would do this. That was really stupid. They were scared, and I could see it in their faces, and it's like, you're not helping me here, because if you're afraid, what the hell do you think I am? But he, basically said, game on. Just get it out there. Don't wait for them to come to you. Just force it out. Everyone spread the fucking word. I don't care who they are. Because if we don't get 51% of, whatever, and that's when we started bringing light workers in and all sorts of stuff. Lots of people that do not belong here to help with the with this problem that they've been waiting millions and millions and millions of years to accomplish. That's it. And that's it. And they told us that they don't have the energy to do it again. I always, mentioned about history repeating itself, and this seemed to be the way. I think that's probably correct. They don't have the energy to do it again, and they're not going to. So, maybe we get more money than the elite. That might work. It works for me. How about you? I don't know. I'm still working on that story. Right now, it's just important for me to make sure that you guys, in advance, just for shits and giggles, just in case, get something to purify your water, if nothing else. If you're not if you have kids, whatever, just get something to purify your water, just in case, okay? And if we do go into the void for three days, okay, of darkness, it's going to be scary as shit, because everything, instead of like carnation after carnation after carnation and the karma and letting it go, they're going to let it all go for us, and it's going to be scary as shit. and we're not going to be happy about it. And we're going to fight it. Don't fight it. Admit it. Let it go. And then I will lay you over the bridge. Okay? Yes, but it can't be lifted because it's being built brick by brick by brick. And we have two matrices fighting us, and then you got these people out there who still don't believe in aliens, even after all of the disclosure. Not to mention, do they know the size of the universe? Do they have a clue? They don't care. They're walking robots. They're 9 to 5, and they're happy with that, and yada, whatever they were taught. Especially, like Catholics. I mean, basically, think about it. They were being punished for being born with a body. Straight up. They come out, they're already being punished because they're going to have sexual, intentions. They're being punished for having a body by the Catholics. That's what they did to us for 6,000 years. How do you deprogram that? Now, thank God, like my grandson, he was never spiritually, religiously, nothing. No religion, kind of like Mateus, and which is perfect for what's going on. If you look at some of my videos, you see the veils being lifted, boy, from before. Because with my channel, it's funny as all get out because it starts when my grandson was born. That's when I had my. I accidentally filmed a Bigfoot on my phone, and I was sending it to. I didn't see it when I was filming, nor did I see it. As though I was showing her was, look at the fucking mess these bitches. Because I always knew that they were there. I knew it. I just knew it. I'm like, look at the mess going on here on my mountain, because we always like to go for our walks. And the file was too big. So I said, well, I'll just wait till I see you at Christmas in 3 weeks and we'll look at it together. We're looking at it, we're watching it, and we're like, I mean, if I was looking for a Bigfoot, I certainly wouldn't be looking up in the trees, okay? But that's what I saw, and it's in my photos, or on my channel, where it clearly steps up and over something and then gets taken up. Now, that's not going to grasp onto me for a long time. But it grasped onto me first that I was doing that Bigfoot, proving that he was not a flesh and blood animal that everyone wanted him to be, and no one was more hurt than I. It's just I couldn't help it. I don't know how to lie. I mean, everything I took just showed the other. So, but I don't know how. I have no idea how it led me to creation. I don't know. So that was definitely, Also, I suddenly got into rocks. Oh my God. I got so many rocks. It's sick. It's sickening. My son just found this one in our creek. And I said, you're walking by this freaking stone. Does that look like a geo to you? No, it's just a fucking rock. But look at the crystals in here. And then naturally, someone has to give me 3,000 beads right off from the earth. Here we go again. So of course I had to make jewelry, So I'm some very, very busy getting, very, very, very busy getting paid nothing. You've never seen anyone so busy making nothing in your life. I don't mind. I was never in this for the money. This was not supposed to be for me. It was for future cryptozoologists. Future, whatever. Not me. I don't know how that happened. I guess I just didn't trust anyone else. If you know anyone who's in the rocks, let me know. Raymond, hope to talk to you soon. I'm out of here. I'm tired. Let me make sure that whenever everything. Well, you know what you're doing. You are someone I need. If you could put your bell on so when I get live, because I am very spontaneous. I never know when I'm going to be here alone, which never happens. That's why this is so late. Put the bell on so you know when I do, because I have no way to give any warning or whatever that I'm going live. I can't make any plans. It's terrible. And they all have to go. So I really enjoyed our talk, and I'm glad there was somebody out there who knew what the hell I was talking about. You have some rocks? Oh, tons? Wait. Shit. Yeah. And people, they know, they start giving it to you. And the problem is they're on, I can't post them like I do like I usually flea market in the summertime. And everything else is on eBay, which never, trust me, is not. I never made it to eBay. I cannot identify the sons of bitches no matter what I do. And I certainly cannot sell something I don't know what it is. All right, well, so maybe a couple of them got sold. They didn't know. Okay. I did sell a meteorite, but it was a tektite, which is classified as a meteorite. And it was pretty. But no guilt here. I'll talk to you soon, okay? Good night to you too, sweetie. Bye bye.